The Santa Maria versus the Kamado Joe smoking ribs. Which one cooks ribs better? The Santa Maria Backyard Discovery or this Kamado Joe Connected Joe? Stick around and we'll find out. Hey team, we've got these pork ribs here that I've trimmed overnight and then I salt brine. These are the St. Louis style ribs and we are going to season this with my sweet red dirt. It's a sweet heat, awesome rub that you should check out, BARTLOW'Sbarbecue.com. And we're just simply going to use some mustard as a binder. You don't have to use a binder, but I do that often and find mustard is a good one. You don't taste it if you're new to barbecue. And we're just gonna go ahead and season these, try to get high. This is the debate in barbecue, and I've got tons of videos on the channel showing you membrane on, membrane off. Today we're leaving it on for a specific reason. When we do open fire, the idea is it keeps the ribs together, helps it not burn too quickly. So we're gonna do the same thing on the Kamado Joe. At the end of the day, you could score it, you could take it off. It's personal preference, not my opinion. And some people will argue one way is better. So I have tons of videos I'll post on here for you to check out and show you the different tools on how to do it. But for today's test, it stays on. So, and honestly, I'm not gonna even do a binder on this side. And that's all it takes to get your ribs prepped. We're gonna let this sweat out for 5-10 minutes while the Kamado Joe is lit. The Santa Maria is already lit, but I'm going 275 in the Kamado, and right now we're just doing by feel and look on the Backyard Discovery Santa Maria. And right now we've already got everything lit. I might throw some more charcoal on that to keep the fire going, but for the most part, we are set to go. I am gonna add some wood chunks and splits on the Backyard Discovery Santa Maria just to kind of keep the fire going throughout our cook. So you'll get to see that as we progress along. So let's bring you to the grills and put these ribs on. All right team, so we're gonna go ahead and put the rib on the Santa Maria grill and put it on this kind of clean area here. And then we're gonna lower the grate. You can see the charcoal down here is fully lit. I've got some wood splits I'm gonna just continue to feed to kind of get some smoky flavor. I've got some post oak that I'm gonna do that with, but we're gonna lower this to probably the level up here, maybe even halfway, because it's pretty hot right now. And my anticipation is that we're gonna go an hour on one side and then flip and do the other side. And so I think this will probably take 2 hours. I've done live fire, like indirect, direct cooking on my Kamado Joe doing ribs. I've got a video on that. So I kind of know what to expect over here, and I think it's gonna be similar over here. So that's my plan. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a wood split to show you that, and then we're gonna lower the grate, let this smoke. We'll report back our progress. All right, so we got these are tiny wood splits, but it's perfect for what we're trying to do. These will eventually light up, give a little bit more of a smoky flavor once it gets to ignition. So we've got that one going. The Big Joe is still ramping up. We started this one a little bit later, but once we get this to 275, we'll put this back on and we'll report back. We got the smokiness going. Can you see me through the camera? All right, I'm gonna lower this down, probably right here, and we're just gonna see an hour. I'm gonna check on it multiple times within that hour to see how it's cooking at this level. If I need to lower, I will. But I think this is good height. We'll see you back. All right, team, these have sweated. The Kamado Joe's 275, 300. We are putting this on here, kind of shrink it together so it cooks symmetrically. We will report back progress as we go. We'll see you in a little bit. We're right under 30 minutes. I just wanted to show you by fire kind of what this is looking like underneath. Look at that rendering. You can see this is why having the membrane on helps in live fire. It's already kind of splitting apart there. So I lowered this just a little bit, and so the fat is dripping onto the fire, which produces a little bit more of that smoky flavor back onto the ribs, adds more flavor. I'm gonna raise this just a few inches here so we don't overcook the section, but another 30 minutes. we will flip it, but I'm already seeing some good rendering. You can start even seeing a little bit of that pullback starting to happen, and we're not even in the first hour. So this is kind of the fun part of live fire cooking, and we'll report back our progress. All right, team, it's been an hour and we've got some great pullback already. You could even see the top side starting to sweat from the heat and the rendering, but man, that has rendered, that looks so good and delicious. We're already starting to see the pullback, so we've flipped it. Now we're gonna let this ride for another hour and see if we're at that temperature we want, and then we're gonna glaze it a little bit, and then we should be done, and we'll give you a quick report over here on how we're doing. So this is at 275. This has been going for 30 minutes, I believe. Is that right, Caleb? About 30 or 40. So let's just check in. Oh yeah, see the dry test, the rub is definitely on there. So this is rendering really good. You can see the heat smoke coming off. You can see a little bit of pullback starting to develop. So 30 minutes at 275 on the Kamado Joe. It's performing good. This is one of my favorite ways to cook ribs and barbecue. This is my first time cooking ribs on doing live fire outside of kind of indirect direct on the Kamado. I've done it there once. I've not done it on this Santa Maria. So we're doing really well. Let us know in the comments so far your impressions, what questions you have as we go. We're at the 2-hour mark on these ribs, and let me just show you. And I did a little dripping of the sauce, it's called a hot honey sauce on the backside, and man, it's looking awesome. But man, look at just how that's developing. It's looking beautiful. We're starting to get some pullback. I think it's still, because I've had it offset and I'm cooking chicken, I'm gonna move this over just to speed up the cook. Once this chicken's over, I'm gonna move this in the center, but let's go ahead and baste this because we are at around 180. And so I'm gonna go ahead and move this over. It's fully melted. Yeah, so this is a hot honey sauce. So in another video, watch hot honey chicken skewers, but this is a stick of butter, sweet red dirt, some tiger sauce, some brown sugar. And so this is, in a lot of ways, we can call this a hot honey pork rib. So we're doing a little basting, let this caramelize. Oh my gosh, guys. I wish there was smell-o-vision. I wish it'd be like Disney, where it's like you're on that ride and they just pump in the smells while you're riding. I wish I could do that on YouTube for you. Because look, I hope we got a close up of this. Look at just the rendering and just how saucy that looks. It's beautiful. Live fire ribs, baby. We'll see you back once we get to that probe tenderness and the look and feel that we're looking for, and we'll let you report back how long it took to cook these ribs on the open fire. We're at the 2-hour, 2:20 mark on both of these, and I think they're both done. I actually think they cooked both at similar at the same time. On my Kamado Joe, I like to usually go 3 hours at 275, but this has been going between 250 to 300 on and off. It could probably go a little bit longer, but for the most part, it's probe tender, and I think it's fine. Again, 2 hours, 220 minutes. I want to just show you like how, that's really good. It's bending, it's not breaking. The end of that is caramelized so good. And if we wanted to, just to kind of get a little crust, we could let this go for a few more minutes on that side. Same thing over here. On the Kamado Joe, it doesn't necessarily need it, but I want to show you the flop test. Like this one's even a little bit floppier. It's actually what I like. The other one was floppy, but this one's a little bit more. You can see it already boning here. We are doing good. If we want, we could got good caramelization on this side, but not completely overcooked. Doing indirect with heat deflectors helps with that. But let's shut this down a few minutes. I don't necessarily need to flip it, but just want to kind of show you both strategies, do it the same way and see what we think, how they taste and texture and all that kind of stuff. All right, friends, we are at the end of this cook. This is pretty much done, but we're going to glaze this at the very end and then let it caramelize a little bit and do a final taste test here in a moment. But this is pretty much that hot honey glaze. All right, team, these ribs are done. We've got the Santa Maria ribs. We've got the Kamado Joe ribs. Let's just do an initial appearance look. I was telling Caleb, I think these look the same. And part of that is because we glazed it. And I could have probably, for this test, not done the glaze so we could see like kind of what it looks like completely rendered with the more of a char. But I was already making a hot honey glaze and I was like, this sounds good on ribs, so we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna give this, both of these points, the same points. They look and appear the same to me. A little bit more, I mean, you could, I will say this, the Santa Maria, you can see more of the char. So maybe from just an appearance, you know, I might go Santa Maria, but I'm going to just say pretty equal. What do you think, Caleb?
Yeah,
on appearance.
I think appearance-wise, the Kamado Joe is like a redder.
Yeah.
And the Santa Maria is a darker brown.
Yeah, which makes sense.
If you look at those bone ends.
Yes, how
Santa Maria is more that charred, offset kind of look. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
But the Kamado Joe looks really even.
Yeah.
And rendered. So
you're gonna give it to Kamado Joe. I feel like it's almost a tie.
Yeah.
So now let's just see. Let's cut through these, taste them, see if we feel like we could taste a difference. So I'm gonna just go down the middle of one of these here. All right, so this is the Kamado Joe one.
Okay.
So we'll just start here. Oh, tender. I already can tell it's tender. It's hot.
It's hot.
Mmm.
Very juicy.
I mean, that bite through. Not fall off the bone. I like it a good bite through. All right, let's talk about this. So flavor, I thought it was good, man. We only did lump charcoal, no smokiness to it. Just the Kamado Joe, and I thought this had a sweet heat to it because of that glaze. Is definitely a little sweet, hot, and heat. Caleb, what'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I was telling Scott the bite through. I really liked how there's some body to it. It's really tasty.
Yeah, I agree. So let's see. Get another. Tastes different.
Very different.
Yep.
Not as sweet. I don't know how you would.
Not interesting.
That. The Kamado Joe is more tender.
Yeah. Okay, team. Wow. The taste difference was pretty, I want to say drastic. It was the flavor was different, man. Same strategy, two different ribs at the same cut, same sweet red dirt, same glaze, the live fire. You know, you could just tell a difference. And I don't know if it's just because I'm used to Kamado Joe, but I liked just the convection heat, the way that it surrounds the whole thing. I'm giving this to Kamado Joe from a flavor and tenderness standpoint, because when it comes to probe tenderness, they both finished relatively the same time because I was feeding that Santa Maria grill consistently wood chunks and more charcoal. So I was keeping the fire hot so that it would cook properly. If I did more of a lower and slower Santa Maria, maybe I would have got a different result. So if you're a Santa Maria person, you've been doing it for a while, put in the comments, let us know, as we're a forum of learning together. If I would have went lower and raised up the grill grates at a higher level and did that longer, would have I seen a difference? It was still a good rib. Don't get me wrong. This was like, I've been happy serving this rib to other people. It looked good. It tasted good. It just wasn't as tender. And then for some reason, it was more flavorful. And my reasoning is I think it's the convection and the circulation of the heat just wrapping that rib. So I'm giving it to Kamado Joe overall, but I absolutely love cooking on that Santa Maria grill. It's just fun being out there, live fire, having so much grill grate space. So I'm a big Santa Maria fan. Doesn't mean it's not a good thing to cook on. I'm just gonna give it to KJ on this one. So let us know in the comments what you thought of this comparison head to head, what questions you have, and be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things if you're finding value in the video. It helps the channel out. Check out our lineup of rubs and sauces online as well. And from my backyard to yours, less hate, more love, good barbecue. Till next time.